Okay, so again, just like in our last example, we are really going to focus on this stuff right here. All right, this is basically the extent of what we do in Algebra 1. In Algebra 2, you'll explore third-degree polynomials and higher degrees of polynomials. But in Algebra 1, this is the meat of it. This is the most important part. And if you master up to quadratics, oh man, you'll do amazing on the SAT. It's cool if you learn other things, but man, if you can nail this stuff, it's really helpful. So the first question that I want to ask you guys, and I'll give you a minute to write things down and a minute to think about this. Down here, it says, which polynomial expressions are in standard form? So basically, this stuff right here, this is what we call standard form. Now, standard form for a quadratic or linear or constant, we say it's standard form. Well, different textbooks say different things, but really it's descending order. All right, now what is descending order? Notice that this is x to the second power, this is x to the first power, and in a lot of ways, this is x to the 0 power, right? The constant, there's no x, so it's x to the 0 power. That's an easy way to think of it. But standard form just means that it's written in order. So you don't have to write all of these down. You just want to look at the examples that are written in standard form. In other words, are they written in a way that the powers of x start with the highest power of x and works its way down? Okay. So this first one is x to the second power. We have x to the first power, then no x at all. Is that standard form? Yes. Okay. Now the next one is x plus 3 times x minus 7. Does that look like this? Not in its current. This is a factored form. So this one is not it. Okay. Now what about this one? I have x to the first power plus x to the 0 power. Guess what? That's also written in standard form. And when you see a constant all by itself, that too is written in standard form. By the way, real quick, how many terms do I have here? 1, 2, 3 terms, right? Well, the fancy math word for 3 terms is trinomial, right? How many wheels are on a tricycle? 3. Now this one has 2 terms, so what do you think we call this? A binomial. And this one has 1 term. Mono means 1. So we would call that a monomial. So monomial is just 1 term. Binomials are 2 terms. And trinomials, those are 3 terms. Okay? Does anybody have any questions on that?